Welcome back to the second round of appetizers for the Real Women of Philadelphia. I'm so excited to be showing y'all this appetizer today. It is one of my favorites. We're making shrimp and crawfish stuffed pistolettes. Of this recipe is just the chopping. That shows you how simple this recipe is. Any level of cook or chef can make this. I do want to show y'all, for those of you who are not great at chopping or dicing, I want to show y'all this little trick I have. I chopped up my vegetables, but say you're dicing and they're just not as thin as you want. I got this little concoction off of eBay. And you just roll over your onions or bell pepper, celery, and it'll chop them up nice and fine. I have a soup pot here that I filled with about 2 inches high of vegetable oil. And we're going to turn that to medium heat, and we're going to let that slowly come up to 325 to 350 degrees. Don't know what pistolettes are? You can find them in your bakery section in the bread area. And they're like little dinner. Now we have our saute pan. You want to use a pretty large saute pan. And you got to start with a stick of butter. What good southern food doesn't start with butter? Go ahead and turn your burner on medium to high heat. And we're going to let the butter melt. Now that the butter is melted, we're going to stir in a cup of minced onion, a half a cup of minced celery, and a half a cup of diced bell pepper. So we've turned our heat up to high, and we're going to brown our vegetables. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And stir that around. And there's nothing like the smell of a trinity in the kitchen. Now what I mean by trinity, in the South we call the combination of onion, celery, and garlic a trinity. Doesn't that look good? Can you smell it through the television? And now comes our Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm using 8 ounces of the chive and onion Philly cream cheese. However, with this one you could use plain, you could even use sun-dried tomato and basil, or garden vegetable. This will go well with any of them. Let's scoop the cream cheese. We're going to add a can of golden mushroom soup. We're going to add cream of mushroom soup and a can of drained rotel. Now the first time I ever had a stuffed pistolette, I was 18 working in a restaurant here in Shreveport called Steamboat Bill's. And we opened the restaurant and I saw stuffed pistolettes on the menu, crawfish or shrimp. Of course, that was everybody's question that came in. What are the pistolettes? And we had a little sweet lady in the kitchen called Miss Irma. I say little sweet lady. She's kind of mean too. But she would slap my hand every time I would steal pistolettes or fries or anything I had to get my hand on. So I have about a half a pound of crawfish tails and a half a pound of shrimp, medium size, that I've sprinkled with some Louisiana Cajun seasoning. So I'm adding my shrimp and crawfish to our mix. And I'm going to stir those in. on low and let this simmer while we fry up our pistolettes. Okay, our grease is hot. I'm going to turn it up to high. And we're going to pop in our pistolettes and just fry them until they're browned. See how quickly they brown? And then just flip them over to the other side. I mean, it's really, really quick, and this is very, very easy. Now we're going to take them out of the grease and drain them. And I think they're ready to get stuffed. Part, we get to stuff our pistolettes and eat them. So we have our pistolettes that have been drained from the grease. We're going to cut a slit in the side and kind of push it open with our fingers. Now we're going to stuff our mixin into the pistolette. Now it's time to eat one. All right. You know, you eat with your eyes and you eat with your sense of smell, and just by that alone, it's delicious. Now this is going to be messy, so make sure whoever you serve these appetizers to, they have lots of napkins with them. This is really incredible. You'll have to try this. I mean, you get the heat from the Louisiana Cajun seasoning that we added to the shrimp and the crawfish. And then the creaminess from the cream of mushroom, the golden mushroom, and of course the Philadelphia cream cheese. I mean, it's just delicious. Like I said, it's very messy. Well, that's it for my appetizer video. I will see y'all next week with entrees. Unless I happen to win this week. Thumbs up to everyone. See you.